Ooh, he's a big one. Gotcha. Sorry, buddy. You're okay. You're okay. Look at him. Aren't you pretty? Ooh, he stinks. Let me put you back.
Put a stink on Sean.
Whew. Formatted and cannot be destroyed. Books are going to be made illegal within the next 20 years. So if you wanted to invest in something, I would suggest you buy yourself some rare books, because I guarantee they're going to be banned, especially certain books. I've already started banning certain books. I've got lots of books here that would be banned, like this one here, Modern Herbal. This is a reprint. You can get this. I got this for 16 bucks, and it's a reprint from 1931, and inside of here you've got all the herbal information. It carries all medicine, medications, wild, anything from North America, things like that. Any kind of textbooks. This here, everyone's been saying, Sean, let's see your writing. You want to see my writing? That's my writing. These books here, this is the entire collection. The only thing that's not here is Scabbed, but this is the Bloodstained Rabbit as it's currently sitting. This is going to be released for free on the web very soon, actually. I'm 3 chapters away from having it released. All these little red marks you see here, this is why it took so long, because I wasn't able to do this, but I got a really good friend of mine named McSwain, who runs a live journal. If you do a search for In a Pickle, you'll find her weblog. She's super cool. And she actually went through this double-spaced line by line and redid the whole thing, so I'm going to be able to release that and give it out to people and stuff like that. Because see, what's happening is that we're not really getting anywhere. You know, we're all really angry. We're all wearing the right T-shirts and stuff like that, but we're not really getting anywhere. Nobody's really doing anything, and this is a major problem. Now, I tried to join the army and make a difference to the world by joining the army, and I tried 3 different armies. It didn't work. The army is kind of established, and they're already too ingrained. There's nothing you can do for them, you know, and they got their own agendas and what they're doing. And then you got the you've got the cult, you know, doing a religious movement, and cult didn't work out because nobody was clear on what their actions were supposed to be. Everyone wanted to fight against something. Everyone wanted to be a certain way. So what I think I'd like to do, you have a militant organization that you can start that will make a difference in a positive way without being violent. A lot of people confuse militants with violence. I believe that a man should be able to defend himself, and a man should be able to defend his family. You know, if that means that you break the law to do that, then I guess that's what that means. Because your first priority is to your loved ones and to your family. I mean, really. And I think I'd be just with that. If a guy's worried about his children, he wants to protect his children, I can justify that. Even if the guy's like a total crackhead, if he wants to protect his children, I have to respect that. You know, it's nothing personal. And if people were just worried about defense, there's a difference between like a lot of these militia groups in the States like that. I don't think they're necessarily bad. People think they're all bad. I don't think they are. I think that what they are is they're just people who are concerned, and they go out and they're afraid. There's a lot of scary shit going on. You know, I mean, even if you talk to them and you really talk to them, they bring up a lot of really valid points. These are not stupid people. These aren't some Cletus the slack-jawed yokels. These are some smart guys, and they're afraid of something, and maybe they have something to be afraid of, whether they don't. But what we got here is we got good people who are afraid. The problem is that with our culture, we bear way too much in fear. And I've done a lot of thinking. That's why I write horror. And a lot of people go, Sean, why do you write horror? You're a cyberpunk guy, you know? And no, actually, all horror is based on conflict, based upon things we don't understand coming to destroy us. This is what horror is based upon. There's only one way you can deal with that, which is why horror's kind of died as a medium now, because no one can write about horror in a modern setting, because, you know, if a ghost shows up, oh, Navy SEALs versus a ghost, you know, the ghost is gone. But what people have forgotten is they've forgotten that there really is things that we don't understand. Charles Fort wrote a book, which was given to me, The Politics, this book right here, The Politics of Imagination by Charles Fort, and he was this guy who researched the paranormal. The guy's a living god. The Fortean Times website, ForteanTimes.com, where they report all these things that don't fit into science. And people go, well, you're just crackpot. No, dude, no, it rains blood in some places, and in some places, you know, there's spiders that are found that can bite a man in half. And people go, no, that's not true. Oh, no, it is true, actually. There's photographs of sea monsters, and nobody gives a shit. They're like, oh, whatever. It doesn't bother anyone that there's been so much evidence about Bigfoot and stuff like that, and yet we still deny they exist. You know, why would we do that? Well, because the forestry industry would be shot to shit. That's why. I mean, come on, think about it. If Bigfoot's there, oh, well, it's one of two things. A, it's either a really primitive man, or B, an ape. Is it a demon? No, no such thing. A demon is just not a world entity. So it's either an ape or some kind of simian man. If we discover it, we can't forest anymore. It's going to be a big investigation. All the cash is gone, blah, blah, blah. And then the church will get all upset. Oh, no, it's ape, man. Is it ape? Is it animal? Is it man? No, the last thing we want is something that bridges the gap between nature and the environment, because then the truth gets to be seen, right? Oh, shit, maybe we should be looking after the planet. Maybe it's a good idea if we don't shit in our water. Hey, that's a good idea. You know, basic stuff that you could learn from your dog. but people don't do it, you know. Survival guide for the under 18ers. This is something that was written by Mark Fess. He sent this to us, and smart guy. This manual here is exactly the same as a military manual that I have, only it's probably on another bookshelf. This isn't my entire collection, but when you look at it, most of the planet's empty, dude. Like, you know, we as a cyber culture, we were tied to the cities because we needed power. We needed to be in the cities. We needed to have heating. Computers were sensitive electronic equipment. Yet now we're wireless. We've got rugged gear. We've got rugged kit. We have the capability. Technology has progressed to the point where we can actually live with, like, at the risk of sounding really freaky, live with nature without losing anything, without having a symbiotic relationship, by having a self-contained relationship with nature. Having going out and camping is a prime example. Everyone loves to camp. Why? Because you get good and drunk. Well, yeah, that's camping and alcohol have to go together. It's a fact. But really, when you're out there, I mean, all you got to do is go for a walk in the forest. You can feel the difference, man. I mean, we're not supposed to be inside in these harshly climate-controlled environments and stuff like that. That's not natural. That's not a good thing. And electricity is there now. We got hydrogen fuel cells. Ballard, you can buy an independent house supply Ballard fuel cell. You can do all this stuff without turning into a psycho-Christian gun-toting fuck. But you can make sure that you and yours are looked after. When you take into account all of these things, people go, "What have you been doing, Sean? You know, with the show and everything he's talking about, you're writing." All of these things, everything you see here, is all working towards a set of books that I'm writing called The Magi, and it's a 6-book series, and I'm the main character, and it discusses every single view that I have in a 6-volume set, which I've got a lot of it written actually, but a lot of the first book, but it's something that you've got to get structured, you've got to get organized, and you've got to make it happen. And in order to do that, unfortunately, I had a lot of problems. We live in a culture where everything is so toxic, and we're not really sure what it is that we need to do or what exists. And young people, especially people like you, people who are watching this, who are serious about it, if you're still watching at this stage, you're probably pretty serious about it. You have to step back. You know, there's Eagles that did a song called "Learn to Be Still," and if you want to make a difference and you want to clean up your own life and you want to stop being so goddamn freaked out and scared all the time and not knowing what to do, you need to stop distracting yourself with video games. You need to stop distracting yourself with things that are wastes of time, that aren't productive and aren't positive. Well, but I like that stuff. No, it's true, and I like it too. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big gamer myself, but wouldn't it be nice to not be afraid? Wouldn't it be nice to not have fear? And that's why I write horror, getting back to this horror thing, is because fear is the opposite. Like, you got good and evil, right? The great battle between good and evil. And the Christians and all these religious groups and science have a problem. And the problem they have is that they don't think that, the Christians say that this energy, life energy of the universe, is self-aware. It's God. And scientists go, no, there's a life energy of the universe, but it's not self-aware. I put it to you that it doesn't matter if it's self-aware or not. It really doesn't matter. If there is a God, then it's a good God, and he loves you, so don't worry about it. If there's